Welcome, drone video fans. My name is Bill, and this 5.5 minute video shot with the Autel Evo features the Harpersfield Covered bridge, which was built in 1868, a long time ago, and we're going to do a little flying here over the Grand River, which the bridge crosses. And there's a little bit of information here. We're going out sort of here toward the center, and then we'll swing around and take a little bit look at it. But this bridge, as I said, built in 1868, survived quite a long time, and then there was a sort of a disastrous flood, where the river crested its banks, and it washed away the north end of the bridge, which you'll see here in a second as we pan around that way. And it widened the river, the Grand River, at that point. There you can see the steel add-on part that they stuck on back in 1913 to make up for the part that was washed away, because the river just got overflowed its banks and washed away all the foundation and everything. So they had to build that steel part to add on to the bridge. And there is some talk that they were going to replace that and make it, like it was originally, having the covered bridge the entire length. But that takes money, and all of these things are covered by county and township funds, and so those funds are kind of small. Here we're going over part of the ledge here, and that structure you see on the right is supposed to be a fish step to allow salmon and other fish to get up and get over to the other side of this ledge where the water spills over. Unfortunately, it gets clogged with a lot of debris, especially when we have the kind of flooding we've had recently because of heavy rains. I'm going to fly over the top of the roof, and there goes a raptor of some sort flying off in the distance. I just wanted to get a down river look at the water running. You notice the color of the water is very brownish. That's not normal. Normally this river is like a greenish blue color, and it's pretty clear. You can see to the bottom, but with the rains that we've been having, all the runoff and everything, we get a lot of soil and silt and everything in the river. And this part of the river where you see a mini falls is usually never there either. So it just gives you an indication of how fast the river is running, and it doesn't take much, just a few inches of rain, and we get that effect. So we're panning around here again and facing the bridge, this time from the opposite direction. We're looking now to the east, and as we're going to fly over the top, you can see in the distance there's a bridge, more a newer construction that was early 20th century, that was put up I think around 1913, shortly after this bridge here had to be renovated when part of the land was washed away. But even here, where the water looks to be fairly still. It's deep, but it's got a lot of silt in it. We're going to rise up now to perhaps 200 feet, and I'm going to pan down here and get a top shot view of the entire bridge span, and the little bit of falls that's you see both on the east side of it, and then down river on the west side of it. They do have a parking lot and a little picnic area alongside this, because a lot of people find this a real tranquil place to come down and spend an afternoon just watching the water run by and enjoying the scenery. And as I bring the gimbal up and sort of aim down there, you can see the Grand River sweeping around to the left, and it just meanders back and forth and eventually winds up going into Lake Erie. You also see some utility cable wires crossing the river that I always have to avoid. There's my landing spot, so that means we're about at the end of the video. Thanks for stopping by and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you feel like it, and again, come back soon.